Welcome to Mikab Model College online tutorial. We hope at the end of this lesson, you will have acquired the expected learning outcome. Sit down and listen attentively as we introduce your subject teacher.
Hello students, you are welcome to another segment of English class, which is the continuation of speech work that we started. I am Sani Onimisi Victor. In our previous lessons, I have introduced you to speech work, and I told you that there are 44 sounds in speech work. Out of these 44 sounds, there are 20 vowels and 24 consonant sounds. We have discussed the various vowel sounds, which we divided into two. One, the pure vowels and the diphthongs. I introduced you to consonant sounds, and I told you that there are 24 sounds in consonants. We have classified the consonant sounds on the basis of manner of articulation. Another important thing about consonant sound that we must understand is the voiced nature and the voiceless nature of the consonant sound. So as we continue the description of the consonant sound, we shall be taking it one after the other. So we are going to look at the description of the consonant sound. We have described various classes of consonants. It is now necessary to examine each consonant in order to highlight its phonetic and articulatory qualities. So by the grace of God, we'll be looking at it one after the other. Now, the first sound there is this. This is popularly known as pa sound. Pa sound is pronounced as pa. It is pa sound. Now, for us to articulate this sound, the upper and our lower lips are brought together to obstruct the flow of air, that is the airstream from the lungs. I told you initially that one basic characteristic of consonant sound is that the airstream from the lung is obstructed, if you have not forgotten. But in the case of this pa sound, what happens is this: the lower and the upper lips are brought together to obstruct the flow of airstream from the lung. This obstruction does not last long, as there is an immediate release of the air pressure, which builds up. So when it is released, this sound is produced, and it is called pa sound. Pa sound. Let's continue with this. Look at the examples here. It is a voiceless sound. Another important thing that you must know about this sound is a voiceless sound. If you've not forgotten, I've told you initially that when a sound is voiced, the vocal cords vibrate when it is pronounced, but it is voiceless when the vocal cords do not vibrate when such sound is produced. Now when you look at this, is pa, is pa sound. You discover that the vocal cord is not vibrate. And look at the examples here. The first one here, we have parts, parts, p, p, pack, pack, pull, pull, tap, tap. If you look at this, the sound is on this p, the last letter, tap. We have cap, cap, loop, loop. This is public, public. We have snappy, snappy. Yes, these are the examples of the sound. Then the second one, when you look at this second sound, is pronounced as ba sound. Ba sound. It is pronounced the same way with the first one, pa sound. But the major difference is just this. While the first one, the pa sound, was voiceless, this one is a voiced sound. It's a voiced sound. It is called ba sound. Ba sound. You discover that when you pronounce this sound, the vocal cords do vibrate. It will vibrate. When you touch your neck like this, say it after me. Ba, ba, ba. Then you discover that the vocal cords will shake. That is the vibration we are talking about. Then it is a voice sound. The sound process of articulation is similar to the first one, as I told you. The lips are brought together to obstruct the air, which is released with an explosive sound. And the only difference between these two sounds, that is this one, pa sound, and this one, ba sound, is that the vocal cords vibrate during the production of ba sound, while they do not vibrate when you are pronouncing the pa sound. Look at the examples. The first one, bin, bin. Second one, bang, bang, bat, bat, bomb, bomb. Look at the second B here. It's not a ba sound. It's not a ba sound. When we get to the sound that contains the word, you get to know what is the pronunciation of this very word. Is bomb. But, this is but, more, book, book, public, public, rubber, rubber. Then the next one is this sound. It's called ta sound. It is also a voiceless sound. It's a voiceless sound. To produce this sound, the tip of the tongue is in contact with our alveolar ridge, and this contact obstructs the flow of air. I've told you the unique characteristics of consonant sound is that the air from the lung is always obstructed. So that is what happened here. Is ta sound. Let's look at the examples. These are 1, 10. Look at the sound here, 10. This letter, letter. This looks, looks. It's not looked, it's not looked, it's looked, looked. This is doubts, doubts. Parts, parts. Wets, wets. Cuffs, cuffs. This is receipts, receipt, not receipt, receipt. Tone, tone. Note, note. Let's look at the next sound. This sound is exactly the same with the previous one, that is the ta sound. The major difference between this sound and the ta sound is that while the ta sound is voiceless, this one is a voiced sound. This is da sound, da sound. The chords vibrate as you pronounce this sound. Hence, it is called a voiced sound. The production of da sound involves the tips of the tongue in contact with our alveolar ridge, as I've said, and this contact will result in a total obstruction of airstream, which is however released immediately with an explosive sound. So examples are This one, did. Did. Moved. Moved. Mad. Mad. Down. 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 Und. Und. Deal. Deal. Lead. Lead. Bat. Bat. This is another voiceless sound. It is called car sound. Car sound. At any time you pronounce any word that has to do with car, it is called car. Say it after me, car. Now, it is a voiceless sound. To produce this sound, while the back of the tongue makes contact with the velar, that is the soft palate, this contact results in a total obstruction of the flow of air. The air pressure which builds up is suddenly released with an explosive sound. The sound will now be called ka. Let's look at examples of these sounds. Of this sound. One, here we have king. Ka sound, king. This coat. This account. Account. This is chemistry. Chemistry. Back. Back. Liquor. Liquor. Walk. Work. Talk. Talk. Choir. Choir. Architect. Architect. Cut. Cut. Chronic. 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 Success. 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 Yes, we have the next sound. This is exactly the same thing with the previous one. Is ga sound. The major difference between this and the ka sound is that while the previous one was voiceless, this one is a voiced sound. This is a voiced sound. This is pronounced as ga sound. Like you have in game, girl, so on and so forth. E.g., we have the following. Give. The sound is under this ga sound, G sound. Give. Ghosts. Ghost. Duck. Mark. Gun. Leg. Bargain. Bargain. Beggar. Beggar. Luggage. Luggage. Exaggeration. Exaggeration. Exactly. Exactly. It's under this X. X. When you look at it, it's called ig. Ig. That sound is there. Example. Example. Under here. Examination. Examination. Now we have another sound. This is fa sound. Fa sound. It's pronounced as fa sound. Now, this is a voiceless sound. The production of this fa sound involves the front upper teeth and the lower lips. Look at it. The front upper teeth and the lower lips. Look at it. The upper teeth and the lower lips. Fa sound. Then, now, because of the partial obstruction caused by the contact between the upper teeth and the lower lips, there is a continuous frictional noise as the airstream passes. Now, let's look at examples. Feet, feet, feed, feces, feces, laugh, laugh, loaf, loaf, fry, fry, face, face, tough, tough, etc. Then we have the next sound, which is pronounced. It is articulated the same way with the previous one, but the major difference is that this sound is a voiced sound. It is va sound. Va sound is pronounced as va. That is with the upper teeth and the lower lip. Va sound. The major difference is just that the fa sound, the first one, is voiceless, while this one, va sound, is voiced. It is a voiced sound. Now the contact between the lower lips and the upper front teeth causes a partial obstruction to the flow of air. That is why it is called va sound. There are some frictional noise as the airstream escapes and the vocal cords do vibrate, and the examples are V, V, knife, knife, weave, weave, view, view, staff, staff, salvage, salvage, love, love, venom, venom, etc. Now let's look at this one. This is the next sound that looks like theta. Now this sound is somehow difficult but very simple. This is a voiceless consonant sound. This consonant is pronounced with the tip of the tongue in a light contact with the incisors. Where is our incisors? The front teeth, incisors. The tip of the tongue, our tongue. When they come in contact, that is the incisors with the front of the tongue, when they come in contact, you pronounce the sound. Look at me. Say it after me. It's voiceless. Don't forget, it's a voiceless sound. Now, when that happens, the extreme tip of the tongue is a light contact with the incisors, while the extreme passes through the mouth. And let's look at the example. This is fun, 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 fun. Don't forget I said your incisors and the tip of the tongue will come in contact. Fun, fun. It's not pronounced as ta sound. It's not tongue. It's fun. Look at this. Through. It's not true. It's through. Fed. This is fed. Fed. This is breath. Breath. Bath. Bath. Oath. Oath. Thoughts. Look at this now. This is thoughts. The first one, the last one, ta sound. What this one is thoughts. Feel. Feel. Filthy. 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 Lengthy. 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 etc. Let's look at the next sound. This one is pronounced exactly the same way we do with the previous one. I've told you, I said the incisors is in tight contact with the tip of the tongue to produce this very sound. But the major difference between this sound and the previous one is that this is a voiced sound. Unlike the previous one where we have, this is, look at me, the incisors with the tip of the tongue, but with a voiced pronunciation. It's called. You pronounce it in form of that sound, but with the tip of the tongue and the incisors. Therefore, it is called. Let's look at examples. Example, we have birth, clothe, breathe, soothe, loathe, either, worthy, then, those, etc. Yes, we have come to the end of this segment of the lesson. As I've told you, what we have just discussed is the description of consonant sounds. I told you there are 24 of them. What we just succeeded in doing now is to just pick the first segment of the consonant sound for discussion. I've told you that there are voiced and voiceless sound as we have discussed. Stay tuned as you watch the next episode. Thank you.